This is the number one takeaway from this process. Number one, the simplicity of the language and the clarity of what is not being accountable and its behaviors, and the clarity of what taking accountability is and its behaviors.
President of the International Division and Senior Vice President for Partners in Leadership, Tracy Skousen is a popular keynote speaker and workshop facilitator to a wide variety of audiences, ranging from C-suite executives to frontline workers.
There's a story, it's a really simple one. Father takes his son to the circus. On the way to the circus, which is a big deal because the father travels a lot, so the time is precious. As they park the car, get out, hand in hand, they walk up, get in line, stand right in line behind a family of a father, 7 children, and a mom. As the line progresses, the father of the 7 children and mom get finally to the ticket booth. The father says, I'll have 2 adult tickets and 7 children tickets. The cashier gives them the price, it'll be X dollars. The father, 7 children, mom didn't bring enough money. The father of the father and son sees what's going on, pulls out a $20 bill and drops it on the ground. As he drops it on the ground, he reaches and taps the father in front and says, Sir, I believe you dropped this. Well, the father in front knew very well that he didn't drop the $20 bill, but he also knew very well what the father behind was doing. Now, the story finishes with a little boy, and he says, we didn't go to the circus that day, but I also didn't go without. And the reason why I tell that story is I like to get a quote out. Before I tell you the quote, I'll ask you the question. When did accountability start for the father of the father and son duo to do something about the situation? He could have said, you've got 7 children, you probably shouldn't have had 7 in the beginning. But you do. You should have checked, you should have caught it earlier, should have found out how much money it was, should have this, should have that. He could have easily said, I'm not gonna do anything. It was his choice. But what he did choose to do was to do something. Well, when did he become accountable for that? I love this piece. As soon as he decided, that's right. As soon as he decided, well, what caused him to decide? Here's the quote. Accountability starts once the thought enters the mind. It is a fantastic quote. Think inside of your organizations. Think. There are thoughts going all through your organization of what can be done better or different. The culture will stymie those thoughts and allow people to go below the line, and in some cases even reward them for it. Or the culture will say, you get the thought, bring it out, let's dance around with it, see how well it dances, see how well it works, and we will affect the performance of the organization.
Tracy is expert in the implementation of the Partners in Leadership 3 tracks to creating greater accountability training methodology and tools. He has conducted workshops and consulting engagements extensively throughout the globe for Fortune 500 and other well-known companies like Walmart, JPMorgan Chase, MetLife, Medtronic, Northwest Airlines, McDonald's, Turner Broadcasting System, and a number of U.S. government agencies.
When the Oz Principle was written many years ago, 17 years ago, there was only one book on the topic of accountability. Just one, the Oz Principle. If you go to Barnes & Noble or Amazon.com and type in the word accountability, you're gonna get, I believe it's now, getting close to 10,000 different publications. We did not invent accountability, but we have written the most and done the most on this topic of any consulting firm. We are the worldwide premier leader on this topic. Accountability starts once the thought enters the mind. It's fabulous. It celebrates the reality of how smart we are. It celebrates the fact that we have experience. It puts accountability right on our shoulders as soon as that thought gets to our mind.